So these patterns get installed. Oh, aloha again. See, I did it again. This is part 2 of a video I was talking about. Patterns and symbolism and metaphors and storylines that get passed down from generation to generation to continue telling stories of control or illusion, basically magic. It's just a magic and sub-magic and deep illusions of the fabrics of our reality to keep people in a vibration that can be manipulated or harnessed in different styles of energy harnessing. Talking about dimensions, interdimensions, the creation of money, and that's how that harnesses energy. It's all over the place. The depth of it is it really is connected to everything that we perceive as our reality. From the soles of our feet, when they get stamped and you're born, and you get that birth certificate and that number, that catalog number, which is the same number as a dollar bill, and you get that number placed on you, and then you're part of a system now. So all this system has a structure, it has a fabric, it has a magic, it has energy, and there's storylines, there's people who say they're in charge, who've been in charge, who the whole manipulation of civilization period, and how today we are completely overran by a patriarchal system, and a lot of people don't even know the other sides of living, or that the human civilizations that we've had here on this planet, because the manipulation of hiding those stories is basically like money. It's basically like keeping people from knowing something, and in that information, that knowingness, that linking of those, whatever comes to that reality, whatever that linkage is that makes something known or understood, that can be translated into something in the moment, or later on down the road that you keep adding on to, that becomes an energy system that can be free energy or shared energy. And right now, the storyline when you have money is about not sharing energy, but actually hoarding energy and manipulating it so other people can't have even access to that. Not even access to it, but start policing each other to not access that energy. That it's like deep within the own fabric of the way we think, like our thought process, the way we think, the way we raise our children, the way we teach our children. I heard Obama last night speaking on at the NAACP, talking about a universal preschool. Getting babies at 3 years old. This is the government saying this, and people applauding for this. I had to take a moment, a breath, anything. It was like it was a gut check to hear that, and to hear the tone and the style of the way he was talking, and it's a little bit different when you're talking to your family, your people. You can say a little more, but you didn't say a little more. He was saying the same stuff. He just changed the way he was saying it. And it was a deeper layer of give us your power. None of it was about sharing the energy or empowering the people to create energy. These are all systems of dependency that were being sold within this so-called NAACP speech. But this is all part of this system. This is all part of the fabric. So these people, these politicians are out there as like the Cartoon Network head bunch who are out there to sell the stories of the undertone of the directors of these movies that get played on top of this fabric. So there's these ones that we can observe, these realities that we can observe that are within this artificial reality, the camera reality. What's actually out there, what actually exists, and what are all these patterns mean? So yeah, what is all this stuff connected to? What is the essence of this pattern? What is the creation form of this pattern? Without all the manipulators, without all the Lord businesses in the box world, trying to keep people in boxes of illusion, boxes of self-destruction. I think this is a Kris Jenner show. I guess that's Kris. Yeah. So basically this is the fabric, and these are your stars on the fabric of your reality. And they have to keep reinforcing this fabric to convince people that it's real, and keep creating these stars. So the people behind the scenes are like star birthers. They can make the decisions. So they're basically your God when they create money, and they go through this and they create the fabric, the energy that powers the fabric of your reality. Then they are making themselves as demigods. And this gets reinforced by the energy that we pay into this system when we buy our children these cakes, these car cakes, with a checkerboard reality of a kid in a mind frame of success is driving around in circles for 4 hours. This is what NASCAR is. NASCAR is about energy. NASCAR is about driving in circles in a box. NASCAR is about driving in circles inside a box that just burns energy, that's painted with artificiality, that's painted with stuff that will destroy the natural fabric of your human systems. You can see what Michael was putting in his magic. Everything mattered, every little detail. His Dangerous album cover is extremely detailed. Flip it, mirror it. They've already done it. You can check it out online. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, very, very layered, deep connecting dots stories, time travel stuff. All this is relating to the time travel stories and chess games and games being played on the fabric of duality. And yeah, Beetlejuice, my pet goat. So yeah, it's everywhere, and the more aware we become of how we pay into this system without even knowing it, and how we create these realities. Like this Time Bandits is a good one to go back to and check out again. It's a very, very deep storyline. Little people taking a kid around in between time. Just very good and evil they're talking about the whole time, and technology, computers. They're talking about the devil in this story is talking about technology as the future, and utilizing it and what it does and how you pay into it. And there's Back to the Future, Labyrinth. So yeah, all these I'm gonna go through quickly because I went through them in the last video. Oh, that's the Terminator. I didn't go through that one. So this is the Terminator coming out. So it's just like a fabric, like birthing a system of duality. And then what happens there is that the chess game gets played and pit the people, pit the collective against each other, and then they destroy themselves. They just destroy the whole fabric of the reality without realizing the depth of it and the connection of it, and the use of it, of this whole existence in a harmonic state, in a harmonic structure. So these storylines are also time traveling at the same time, as far as are affecting time by slowing down time. So you can see on HBO how they keep repeating a lot of movies. They still play all these movies, old movies on HBO, and these are energy banks that they put out there to keep these storylines playing on and on and on. People keep believing, like commercials is a belief system. Commercials are a space of, well, if it has a commercial, they kind of subconsciously set out a space of, well, if they have a commercial, it's safe. There's that trust layer when they look into your eyes, and that on a fancy commercial with a lot of bright lights and stars and cars. And how many cars do you need to buy if you listen to anything now, Pandora, anything on television, YouTube, all the commercials? It's all about the bombardment of your moments. Your flicker rates get manipulated. So every single moment in time needs to be bombarded. So that's why the smartphone comes into play now, because the upliftment of humanity within the last 3 years has created a being that is extremely moving and thinking and connecting and activating, and it's just an ongoing process that goes internally and collectively. And when you have those moments, so those moments are open to a space that need to be filled if you're trying to control people on a massive scale. So that's where the smartphone comes in. And if you have that natural trigger, that natural link to start looking for something or doing something, then you are so filled with sub-layer games, cartoons, storylines, that the heart of issues, the heart of stories, the heart of the subconscious, and that whatever it is that we are however we're experiencing our reality, the heart of that very seldom gets to be touched or experienced, because we have so much going on. The normal so-called normal space is actually very busy and unhealthy, and that's perfect for a system that creates dependency for that needs people to pay into it. They need unhealthy people who are very dependent, and so the smartphone takes away a lot of the intuition that we have naturally, because we become dependent on a system. Money itself is a dependency program. The fact that you have this whole system is based on desensitizing and creating a dependency and limitation, so a small select few people can control or give the illusion of controlling a massive collective. And these storylines, these little movies and music albums, and these get put out there to maintain the in-between space, so our free will chooses what we believe. So we believe in, we trust these people. We trust when they look into your eyes, we trust them, and this whole thing on the TV. And then when it comes down to it, the storyline that's in Lord business is a different story. So on a deeper layer, yeah, I'll leave it there. Until next time, peace, love, and harmony.